The Board of Education versus the Board of Incarceration.
The Brown versus Board of Education Supreme Court decision of May 17, 1954 was a watershed moment in the history of the Black civil rights movement in this country. But it also did more harm than good.
Brown versus the Board of Education. First of all, we have to define the word education. In the 1968 speech done by H. Rep. Brown called The Politics of Education, he said that black people in America are not educated, but they are trained.
It certainly didn't dismantle the racial system in America. It certainly didn't dismantle the ideology that promotes white supremacy and white racism. The worst thing that it did was destroy our own independent black institutions.
So even though it brought black children into white schools, it did not bring a representative amount of black teachers into the white public school.
Whether or not, a child can read in this society, the school system is set up where this government and this system wins, it's victorious, regardless of whether you pass or fail. Because of the fact that if you fail, it's a good chance you're going into the prison system. So you're going to serve and you're going to build this country through that type of servitude. If you pass and you got good grades and you go out and you get a master's degree and you go work in corporate America, you're still going to build a society.
The schools fail on purpose because they have to guarantee that black folk remain the economic and political and social underclass of America. And in order to do that, you have to make sure black children are not given a winning chance in America's public schools. Schools are designed to fail black children to prevent a radical shifting of the power alignment in American society.
To secure the gains this country has made requires constant vigilance, not complacency.
What do we want? What do we want? Let's go.
We have a very serious problem in this country in that we don't know how to deal with crime and delinquent behavior. African American youth are 6 times more likely, and Latino youth 3 times more likely to be suspended or arrested in school than their white counterparts for the same offense.
We remove the opportunity for these children to actually ever receive an education. What you'll find in many communities is that as many as 70 to 80% of the inmates can't read. So when you take the criminalization of the children's behavior and you add to that the loss of access to literacy because of ineffective teaching, you see a very clear line or pipeline from school to prison.
I would argue that there's no difference between the black codes of Reconstruction, the Jim Crow laws of the 40s through the 60s, and the educational and legal policies of the United States public schools, as well as the criminal and justice system. It's identical. The laws are designed to select and search out for children who have been undereducated so that they can use them as the economic cannon fodder in an ever-increasing mass incarceration system. The sad thing about it is everyone knows that if you miseducate a child, you create a criminal by virtue of the miseducation. The average reading level of an African American male inmate in the United States of America is the 3rd grade.
There's plenty of money being invested, but it's invested in their demise. The United States was built off of slavery. It was built off of capitalism. So it's only right that they continue that system. In order to continue that system, they got to make sure that there are folks to fill those beds. They got to make sure that there are inmates.
We look at the numbers of people that are in prison, over 2 million. We imprison more people for criminal stuff, criminal drugs, than any other nation in the world. Matter of fact, we got the biggest population per capita for the numbers of people that we have population in any other country.
I think that there's definitely a disparity between our children and European children. They spend more money imprisoning lower class people than they do upper class people. So it's a class system also. It's part of an economic system that creates free labor.
The prison industrial complex is like the third, maybe fourth or third, largest employer of, people in the United States of America.
I was sitting in a restaurant during my 2008 Green Party Power to the People campaign, and a van pulled up and a group of young men got out and they were reporting to work. Those young men were prisoners, but they were reporting to work at a corporation, providing free labor to a corporation.
Black people in this country constitute a labor force that has evolved and developed out of a system of first chattel slavery and then Jim Crow segregation. And as far as the white supremacist system that we're living under is concerned, we are expendable. And the only way to make a profit off of our existence is through prison.
We're not playing the race card.
I told them, Eric, I wasn't gonna let them forget.
America is a race card.
Police have killed young, unarmed Black and Latino men.
Now we're right there.
Let's continue to build a vibrant forum for discussion, build coalitions, and community engagement. The Elementary Genocide series will not only bring awareness, but give practical solutions to eradicate the school-to-prison pipeline.